What's up?
What's up, bud?
What's up?
What's up, bud? You wash your hands?
Yes.
How you got it?
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Bengal Stadium in Cincinnati. Tonight it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Officially, it's time for football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry the back line of the end zone for a touchback. I'm one, ready? Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. That's for about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give that to the defense for stringing that boy out, and they gave up no cutback angle. Before he was trying to dart through, no place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Mix it again. And this one's an open field here. And they get it down, but now the boy takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Now it's Burrow. He's going to walk one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bengals are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start to see the set the roof on fire, but pretty solid nonetheless.
Certainly beats the alternative starting going to. I do think this is the team that's going to find anybody. He's always tough there.
And this may be a karma cookie until it gets me slid down on the scrimmage. On 3rd down, Burrow. He's going to walk one deep left side here. Incomplete. They took their shot. It's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Aaron Simmons out now on 4th down. They only played twice in last week as he gets this one away. Fielded in the 20. So a good 12-yard return. And the Browns take over first 10-10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at about the 22. He's run on the ground. Jake Shaw found a little room there as he's to about the 37. After the punt from 5, here's 2nd and 5. Handoff, now Watson. To his left. Now it's thrown deep back to the other side of the field. And touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can take those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the force to keep his eyes downfield and between receivers, and it turns into a scrambling drill for the defensive back. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big play.
York ready, and here we go. He sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So since the offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be a measuring stick game, but I think sometimes in a division like this, it's a measuring stick game with an extra retreat.
I would agree with that because all division games have this extra teamwork. I like that this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this was, let's say, 15, 16, somewhere around there.
After the penalty, first down, it's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow, set up to throw it. He's going to take a shot right away from the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over here at the 22-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there trying to fight it in the end zone. Big finish engine on that.
No doubt about it. When you get in position, this is not the end they say on this drive. They actually stay there.
Got it open there. Let's see if we can jump through the tight end. I think defensively you're okay with that. He's going to get some catches with the rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. What you just said. First quarter, can you get it to the game level? They can't catch it to be tacked in this other spot. If you can do that, you don't give them chance of garbage for the catch. Now you put the offense in position where every series, that core corner can go first down. You still stop it.
They'll need 5 on this play to move 6. From the gun on 3rd. And this offense, humming here in the early going. So we're going to Eagles territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now the play fake against Watson. The catch and run going to wind up getting 33 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football? This defense
It's a zero answers for the season by the man there.
It's a situation he gets eliminated for. The slide motion line. This defying yard run for points out of bounds. After 1-7-0 on the 8 Sports. Close to the goal line, first down. Surprised it wasn't a run.
You know I'm old school. I want to run the ball first down in this situation. It's second down. That gives me an option for a play action maybe.
Now they say the man in motion right.
Would have gone for it, but in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Burrow.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A give running right is Chubb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
faking the give. Now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Burrow will throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still. Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And they'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks better for you.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Watson off play action. He's got his receiver Cooper. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Watson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
11. They gotta go.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals, JD. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A two-score lead down to one now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Deliver and accept it. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he gets this up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on third down, Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They run again on first down. Chubb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Watson. And he's got it. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Browns will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Once again, they run with Mixon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 12.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he'll be as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11 mighty.
1st down. Here's Burrow. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on the pair here and there with their deficit a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They get all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Cooper will come in motion right. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big 3rd down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now it's Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. To throw, Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Here we go. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Browns, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.
I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get up.